Welcome back to the Simpson Desert. Welcome back to Big Red. We are picking it up from where we were leaving Big Red after a lot of fun. And this is where we start the Simpson Desert officially.
Behind us is Nemesis. That dune is supposedly worse than Big Red. But yeah, we're all having fun. Flies are having fun. We're all chilling out together here. Nemesis! Let's see what Nemesis has got. Here we go.
Prior to approaching Nemesis, we've been playing a lot around in the dunes on Big Red, so speed and momentum was key. And then we watched a group of people struggle to get up Nemesis, so we were hitting Nemesis with some speed. This driving style, however, was going to get me unstuck very soon.
Here we are. Now it feels like we started. That wasn't that bad at all, eh?
That was even easier.
Dune number 3. Oh. Stop. Can I come back?
Yeah, come back right hand down.
That was a moment we learnt how chopped up the dunes were up ahead, and that we were going way too fast for the conditions. Lesson learnt. Could have been a lot worse. While I was checking the cruiser over for damage and the trailer, the boys spotted a dingo.
All I can put this down to is being used to going up Big Red really fast. This is really chewed up here. There was a hole there. I did not expect that. No one really expected that. So we're going to crawl up this one. And just like that. It's actually a really hard surface. So
Mike's on his way over.
I'll crawl up in second low. There you go.
Pretty good up, eh? Oh, it's hectic.
We got 1,130 to go now.
I think I've lost count already.
What, after 10?
Oh, we haven't even done that many yet.
Have we?
Oh, I've lost count too.
This is number 7.
Car and you can see it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, rock the car. Sway bar bush.
Sway bushes are gone.
His bushes are worn out, but it's not detrimental. Like we can still drive it. It's going to be annoying knocking, and you wouldn't want to do it for too long, obviously. So maybe when we get on to the other side, we can get some parts.
See how we go.
We had only just begun and we were already facing a few issues. Sway bar bush is gone. The trailer is so rigid that the swags are moving forwards and backs on the roof rack.
We've had the trailer every bump pretty much airborne. Like you see the wheels lifting about 3 inches off the ground.
Solid axle. This is so chewed up.
You reckon?
It kind of reminds me of a place in WA, local to Perth, called Wilbinga. How badly chewed up it is because it's so busy. So Madigan line shouldn't be busy at all. So looking forward to getting there so we can get away from these chopped up dunes because they're really, really badly chopped up. I guess the cause of that is probably also incorrect tyre pressure and things like that, but most people will do the right thing, but yeah, it doesn't take much to chew these tracks up. We have a dire situation here. Simpson Desert is killing our beers.
There's a few casualties.
Look at that one. So we're going to try and squeeze all these in Wayne's fridge, and I'll squash these and put them in your bin, eh? And all James's bags are all covered in beer. I've got to check the other side still. Well, there we go. That might save one. Bloody hell.
Singing.
Singing. This is where I start crying.
500 bottles of beer on the floor. 500 bottles of beer. Pull out the carpet and squeeze it in your
Do you want
mouth.
a can of air? God damn it.
How many did you lose?
Driving for a fair bit now. We are 30 k's from the border, from the Queensland, I think it's Northern Territory border. Queensland and Northern Territory. So let's get back on the road and keep going.
An interesting fact about desert travel, it's not that easy to find a campsite that can fit 3 vehicles and 5 people. You'll be really surprised how difficult it actually is to find a good spot. However, if you're on your own, camping galore.
It is 7:12. Quarter past 7. So that's not too bad. Gets dark early here.
It's still dark.
I know it's still dark. Of course it's going to be dark. You follow me. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to set up the whole camp. We're using Wayne's cooker to cook on tonight. We're having nachos. Once we're all set up, I'll give you a bit of a night tour of the camp because I haven't really done that before, a night tour. So you can kind of see what people use for lights and stuff. Just a quick crash through kind of thing. And also you can see the new swags we're sort of using, and this trailer tomorrow, I'll tell you more about it, why we have this, why we're using it, and what is actually in it. There's not much in it, but we'll show you that tomorrow as well. For now, I would like to grab a few cold ones and set up my swag. James, would you like one too?
You're right, mate.
They're a bit shaken, which is understandable. Wow, I'm surprised they survived. We've only just started our Simpson desert adventure. Tomorrow, not far to go to Poepel's Corner. We're actually going away from our intended destination by 16 k's to check out where 3 states meet right in the middle. So we've got Queensland, Northern Territory and South Australia. What do we got down here? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are okay. Lost 3 there. We lost the whole carton over here. This is where we lost them. Hey Wayne, light this up, mate. Oh man, this is bad.
I had 2 cartons, and maybe you took the other 2.
We're going to know where to put 2 cartons.
Oh, hang on, they're not in the bloody storage in the trailer, are they? Are they?
I don't know.
Can you tell us?
What do you mean you don't know? You guys loaded it. How long have they been there for?
Oh, they're right here, you dinglings.
Oh, they look alright. What happened to you?
The canopy decided to make its own apple pie. So we got smushed apple everywhere. It's covered in red dirt, so we got apple crumble.
Well, 12, at least our beers are all good, mate.
That's the most important
The
part.
box is a bit cactus, but
We'll just have to drink them all tonight.
there is none smashed or broken. Tubbs, your car's on fire.
We had a late night visitor to camp, a ringed brown snake. Now this is as big as they get, and they are very mild in venom, so they're not very venomous. There is only one report of a young girl being bitten, and she only suffered mild symptoms, so these guys don't really pose much of a threat.
Good morning from the Simpson desert. It's rather chilly this morning. Bit of wind, 10 degrees, makes it feel a bit colder. It's not too bad actually. The sun is rising behind me and the moon just set over that dune over there. Today we're just going to have a quick breakfast here, pack up. We got a minimal camp set up, so we haven't got all these fancy tables and stuff out. Which we will have if we get to camp at a reasonable time. I think we need to set our clocks forward a bit because it's 7:30 and the sun has only just risen. The mission this morning is to get to Poepel's Corner, which is the intersection of 3 different states. So that I am really looking forward to. And this is camp.
So you want one of these, so that's 3 coffees.
Morning. Top of the morning.
What are you making, mate?
Well, the kettle's boiled, so coffee's on the go. And then it's going to be bacon. Bacon and eggs.
We have James the barista here.
Gotta be good coffee at camp, mate.
These are the swags we're using. That is Nathan's Darchi swag. That there is a Skydome ARB swag, that's Torben's. This is James's Jet Bunker. And this is my double ARB Skydome swag. And up there at the 5-star Thirsty Goat Hotel, that's where Wayne sleeps. So he gets all the nice views in the morning. There's the cruiser, new decals as you already noticed, and the trailer. This is a .4 drifter trailer. Why am I towing this trailer? Well, as you can see, all my camera gear is on this side, all James's gear is on the other side. We have an extra fridge, we got storage in the front, we got 2 jerrys of water, 2 bags of charcoal, water pump, 80 litres of water underneath, so we have 120 litres of water here so we can have our showers. There are no showers attached to this, but I have a shower and pump on my cruiser. So the fridge is in here, and a bit more storage, and that's pretty much it on this trailer. It's a very basic trailer, it doesn't have much.
It's early days, but we'll see how it's going to handle this kind of terrain. It does bounce quite a bit. I've got the tyres now down to 5 psi, and because there's no shocks on it, it's just got leaf suspension, and because it's so small and because there is no weight hanging over the rear of the axle of this trailer, it seems to be a lot more bouncy. So time will tell.
Did that noise? That'd be a noise.
The actual bracket snapped though.
Yeah.
Maybe twice.
A remote reservoir bracket is snapped off. But looking at it, there's a bit of a mark on the end of the remote reservoir. I might have hit something that's bent the bracket up and snapped it, so I'd say probably partly unlucky.
But what's the repair for this, mate?
Best thing ever invented. Cable ties.
That's why vehicle checks are good in the mornings before you leave. We all had a look underneath our vehicles because there was a lot of banging and clanging and stuff going on over these cut up dunes coming up the face and down the other side. So had Torben not had a look at that, it would have kept dangling around and getting smashed around, and had he lost that remote res canister, he would have had no shock on the front right hand side, and we don't have any spare shocks with us, so that wouldn't have been good. But he spotted it and he's fixing it, so always check underneath your vehicle. It doesn't take long, just have a look underneath, make sure everything's still where it should be.
No, see how that goes. Fixes everything.
Although the track was pretty chopped up, we made good progress this morning, and the scenery was about to change, for a brief moment anyway. Started at Simpson crossing, I've been noticing a lot of stickers on actual signs. It's actually hard to see what the actual sign says in some cases. Like here, Mount Dare. I don't know, I guess it's the thing they do over here. I don't really get it myself.
are now on the French line, lads.
Why exactly is it called the French line?
Because you can get French fries.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know what's called the French line.
Poepel Corner, the exact location where 3 states intersect. Now just imagine if they had a pub here. You would get happy hour 3 times a day, due to the different time zones of course. This corner of 3 intersecting states is named after Augustus Poepel, also known as Poepel's Corner.
So here we are, Poepel Corner. Torben's in South Australia. Wayne's in Northern Territory. Nathan's in Queensland. And I'm everywhere. South Australians are known as crow eaters. Queenslanders are known as
Banana benders.
banana benders. What about NTs?
Crocodile teeth.
Crocodile teeth.
Territorians.
Oh, here comes the crowd.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been
Get your hands
to
off my
South Australia,
tits.
Queensland, Northern Territory.
In the mid 1880s, Augustus Poepel attempted to find the exact location of this 3 intersecting states. However, it was placed in the incorrect position due to his chain being overstretched over that long distance that he measured. It was then later on corrected by Lawrence Wells.
How smooth is this track?
Pretty smooth. Very smooth. I'm really enjoying this one.
What about you, Wayne, with no suspension? How's your car going? Yeah, not too bad. It's quite nice. I put a bit of my air back in the tyres and it seems to be working pretty well.
Obviously this line is not used half as much.
We are now on our way to the Hay River track, which will take us straight up to the Mannigan line. It's a bit of a drive.
On the Hay River. Been on the Hay River for about 60, 70 clicks now. Nice track actually. Bit rough for corrugations, but in terms of speed, we've been sitting between 60 to 80 kilometers per hour, which has been real good. Making up the time. We're looking at doing a lunch stop about halfway. But yeah, very corrugated. Tyre pressures at the moment, I put a bit more air in the tyre this morning. The rear on 20, the fronts are on about 14. Trailer is on 5. And yeah, seems to help the trailer a bit. We lost a lot of beers and a bit of fruit and veg yesterday. Hopefully, we've lost nothing today. abandoned oil well, Beachcomber. Very dusty environment out here. We are halfway along the Hay River track and it is lunchtime. Noodles. What's happening, Chef?
Oh, just boiling some water.
Again?
Yeah, again.
How's the drive been for you?
Yeah, pretty bouncy. Bouncy as I'm slowing up a bit now. Things are getting thrown around.
How's your finger after the high lift incident, which we didn't see? Alright?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
All the sore.
High lift jacks. Love to hate them.
Snapped it. Good corrugations, eh?